welcome to season 4, episode 1 of Is This Podcast On with your host, Christopher True Hood. I have a special guest in the building today, Miss Chandra, CEO of Smarty Girls. Did I say it right? Smart Girl, Smart. I always say Smarty. So, you know, so um, we're gonna chop it up and talk a little bit about everything that's been going on. Um, with Chandra, and see where she got to start at. What motivated her, what pushed her, what's her drives, and just from there, just chop it up. So everyone that is listening to Is This Podcast On, this is season 4. I appreciate everyone. So let's get to it. So Miss Chandra, would you like to introduce yourself today?
My name is Chandra Smart Spicer. I am the CEO of Smart Girl Productions LLC, located here in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. It is a management and entertainment company and now a casting agency. Um, what else do you want to know about the company?
What motivated you to keep the company going? Like,
What motivated me to keep the company going is just me being in entertainment myself, wanting to be an inspiration to other people and helping them pursue their career goals and helping them achieve their goals as well. As me wanting to achieve mine because in the beginning, when I started out, I didn't have the same I didn't have anybody trying to help me. I had to search and find it for myself. And during that process, I hit some pitfalls, and I didn't want people to experience the same things that I experienced. I wanted to be able to be that person that they can come to, and I can help them to try and avoid those things that I had to go through. Although I know that sometimes that can't be avoided, but at the same time, I wanted to be that liaison, that person that you can come to and say, okay, she legit. She's somebody that cares. She's somebody that knows the industry. She's somebody that's been a part
okay,
of the industry and is an entertainer as well as myself.
okay. So out of all of that, that was a whole lot.
I know a lot.
But what how did you get your start in the industry? Like, what really drove you to saying, I need to start this? Like, what drove you there?
I have to say in the beginning, I didn't think that I would ever be here. I have to say it like that. I started out as in corporate America as an accountant. That's all I thought I would ever be. Someone in corporate America. I always dreamed of being in entertainment, but never thought that I could do it. So there was a post made about being a model, and I was like, I always wanted to do that. Let me see if I could do that, and I started out modeling. There was a local company called Drops of Chocolate Modeling Agency here in Chicago, a local modeling company, and I decided to, invest in myself and go see what that was about. I started out doing that, and I said, okay, this is what I want to do, but keeping it real, I'm older and I'm a mature model, and I was like, okay, let's keep it real. I can't keep doing this forever. I got to figure out what else am I able to do in order to be able to make money and still be fluent in this industry of entertainment. So I was like, okay, what else can I do? And then I drove into being and to be an actor, an actress, or whatever have you. So I started out modeling, and in modeling, I did what I was supposed to do. I did fashion shows. I did some print modeling. I am a published model with Vogue Italia. I've been published twice in 1 year with Vogue Italia, so I can say that. And I've done other magazines. I've been in New Faces. I've been in Windy City, Chicago. I've been in a lot of different things. So at the mere age, and I started doing all of this. What am I? I'm 52 years old now. So I
Wow.
started doing this 5 years ago. So count back, I can't count. Even though I'm accountant, I can't count. So keep in mind, I was in my 40s when I began. And let me say this: you're never too old to start doing or living your life's dream. If you want to start at 52, then I say go for it. You only got one life to live. And that's what I decided to do. So I did that. And then I said, I want to do something else. And then I said, well, okay, I'm going to do acting. Hey, they can only tell me no. And if they tell me no, at least I did it. So I went from modeling to acting. And that's how I began the process of being an actor.
So, do you feel like you started late in the game, or do
No,
you feel like it was a perfect time for you to just start? No, throughout it all, like what made you say, "Hey, at this age, I'm gonna do this today"?
I don't think it was late in the game because I'm a wife and I have children. So I feel like it was a perfect time. It was the perfect timing
Okay.
because my children are now grown and they can take care of themselves. If I had done this younger, I would have had to have babysitters. I would have had to make sure and ensure that somebody was able to care for my children when I was not able to. I don't have to do that now because my children can take care of themselves. My eldest is 29 and my youngest are they're twins and they're 17 and my son is 20 what 22 years
Wow.
old. So I don't have to take care of them. They can take care of themselves. So I'm free and can do whatever that I want to do. Just like gorillas say, I'm free free. I can do whatever I want to do.
So, would you say that your kids is your greatest inspiration, or is it more so like me? I can say, yeah, at this point in my life, my kids is my greatest inspiration. My family, my wife, everything around me is my greatest inspiration. But what would you say is your greatest inspiration in a whole nutshell, other than just that one thing?
I would say that my kids are an inspiration along with others. My kids definitely are inspiration because I want them to see their mother as someone that is a go getter, that is not a quitter, that will go after her dreams no matter how old she is, someone that sacrificed not doing what she desired to do at a young age to care for them.
Okay.
And to know that my mom did the doggone thing, we okay, and now my mom is living her best life. So they are an inspiration to me to show them that, hey, no matter what it is, no matter what age, no matter what time in your life, you can do whatever you want to do or aspire to do. Just know that this is what you want to do. Have the integrity about who you are and what you want to do, and have the tenacity and the will to want to keep doing and keep moving forward. You don't have to stop there. You can keep pushing forward. You see, your mom never stopped, so you don't have to stop. So they are an inspiration, as well as my parents. Of course, my mom was an inspiration. I was a grew up as a only child. My mom, a single parent, she raised me to be the best woman I could possibly be. Rest her soul. And she definitely was an inspiration and someone to look back on as a go getter and someone that was not going to quit. She was going to make sure and ensure that her daughter had what she needed to have in order to make a better life for herself. And she was going to do whatever she had to do for me and to ensure that I had what I needed to make sure that I was going to be the best of me, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
No, it makes perfectly good sense. It's like that saying, the saying, never give up. Be the best you, and don't never let nobody stare you down. So, from transitioning from modeling to acting to management to being a boss of
A
your own,
boss.
you got to put that out there. You're doing what you got to do. So, what what can you say molds you into all of those platforms to never Like I know you said your mom's and the inspiration, but what molded you as you I don't want to say age because we look at that age. I'm still young, but nah, as you grow to the knowledge that you have, what's molding you to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep saying this age is not stopping me? What's that drive right now that you have mentally other than physically?
Other people are dependent on me. I have their lives in my hands. If they're entrusting me to help steer their career for the betterment of themselves, then that's a huge responsibility. And I can't let them down. Not just my family, but the people that have entrusted me to spearhead their careers. I can't let them down. So they are an inspiration as well. I have to say my clients are. Because if I mess up, then that looks bad on me and that makes them look bad. And I don't want to look bad. And I definitely don't want them to look bad. So I have to do what I have to do in order to make sure that they look good. Because they're a representation of myself as well as I am a representation of them. So I have to do what I have to do. So definitely knowing that other people trust me with their lives, because this is their lives. Some people don't have a second job. This is what they do and what they focus on. This is their bread and butter. And knowing that this is what this is, I have been entrusted with the responsibility to make sure that they make it.
That makes sense.
And if they don't make it, then I feel bad. I do.
Hey, it's the truth. Like I said, being a parent myself, and I know I have to strive to make sure that mines make it as well. So, another question that I have for you: What if you had the choice to choose acting over? Because I know you're a self-taught chef. Which one would you decide to go on and end your career with?
I can't choose. I would still do both. And I'm serious. Even if it means that I would do the acting part to make the money, but somehow I'll get that chef in there somewhere and do it on the side. I can't choose. Even if I'm not making money, I would do it for my family and my friends. I would call them up, and I have done it. I've had birthday parties where I would cook for them and to show my skills in the kitchen. So it's something that I can't choose because being a chef and cooking is therapeutic for me.
Hmm.
It's not something that I feel forced to do. It's something that I crave to do, something that I want to do. So if it's like, okay, let's do this, let me cook. I would do it hands down. You don't have to beg me to do it. So I can't say that I would choose. But definitely the acting is hands on. I'm gonna still do that. I'm gonna still manage. I'm gonna still coach. I'm gonna still train. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do
Okay,
to ensure that they get what they need. And as long as they get what they need, I get what I need.
that makes sense. That makes sense. I actually like how you worded that and put it. So off the top, I ain't saying name all of them, but off the top, your top five. I start with that. Your top five films that you were recently in or been in from your star career to now.
Top 5 films. My first leading role, Joyful Praise. Um, just you want me to just name the movies, or you want me to
You
name
can
the movies and the director?
you can name the movies and directors. Shout out to those directors. I know how it could be. So shout out to those directors. If y'all watching now, please share this because she finna shout y'all out. So you know that. Get on it right now. But yeah, name those directors too, so
Oh
they can
my
get some shout out
god. Okay,
as
so
well.
I'm gonna say one director, and I'm gonna name all the movies. Maurice Ellaby Jones, director, Lil Bro, put me on, and I have to thank him because he saw something in me that I probably didn't see in myself, and he said, "Okay, sis, you can do it." And he took me on as an actress And the thing is, in my first film with him, I only had a small little role, and I was supposed to do that role and leave, and that was gonna be it.
Wow.
Hands down, I've been with him ever since, and it's been about maybe 4 to 5 years. I think 4 to 5 years now. But Joyful Praise was the first leading role he put me in. But the first role that I ever played in for him was Gain the World. That's out now. So it's Gain the World, Joyful Praise, A COVID Christmas. Um,
I actually watched that.
you did? Funny,
Yeah.
right? Substantial Evidence, which is coming out February, coming out soon. When Love Comes Knocking, February 7th. Love Beat the Hell Out of Me is
Well,
coming out February 7th. So did I name five right there?
you went a
Did
little
I
bit
name
over, but
five and over?
it's cool.
Okay. So all
I
of
listened
those
to the titles, so
so all of those were by that one producer. So you can imagine. Now I've worked with Andre Blaze in
okay,
the Mysterious Mr. Wizard. Um, and I've worked with Reginald Irving in
okay,
Infamous Ones. But the majority of the films that I've done have been with Maurice Ellerby Jones. So shout out to my bro. And I still work closely with him with Twio Entertainment Films. We do a lot of different things together. We collaborate together. So I went from being just a mere actress with him to actually being a partner with him
okay.
in his company. So we're doing a lot of big things together. Um, and I can't complain. We're doing some big things.
Okay. So some of y'all might not know, Chandra was actually one of the top people that joined my cast when I first got back into the game of doing stage plays.
Top people, thank you. I feel so honored right now.
Well, look, I had to put it like this because one of the people she brought stole the show, so
Oh yeah, they did. They
he
did.
stole the show. So
Hands down.
I gotta put it out there.
Oh, I gotta talk about him
Even
too.
the first lady was like, "Man, that boy there, he came with the dreads, the color tips, and all that." I was like, he got the role. He got the role. But
I gotta tell
it,
the story
it was
about
so
him.
much.
I got to.
But yeah, let me hear your see through of better than good, and basically what did you take from that and run with, if that's good wording right now for it.
Better than good was, I mean, low key, nobody knew I am a pastor, a youth pastor. So no one knew that. And when the stage play came out, you put the audition out there, and I was like, bam, whoop, bop, the bam, here we go. My artist, his name is Isaac Infamous Alexander. Um, he said, "Hey, hey, sis, because we're formal like that. I want to do something different. I don't want to have this role or this image of people seeing me in one light. I could do other things." And I said, "Okay, I got something for you." And when I presented him with this, he was like, "Jesus," and I was like, that was over the top from gangster to Jesus. And he was like, all right, I'm with it. And when he went in the audition, he knocked it out the box. Because my thing is this, I never want my artist to be stereotyped for one thing. And he said, I can do others. I don't want to be this. Okay, well, let's see what you could do. Let's try this. Can you do this? I can do it. I can do it. And he did it and he killed it.
Yeah,
And
I can agree.
and everybody to this day, and it's still playing on YouTube right now.
Yes, it
Go
is
watch it. Better than good.
musical.
You can see him, and he killed it. He killed the doggone thing, and it was just amazing. It let me know that you can never judge a book by its cover. Even though somebody
So true.
looks and appears to be one way, just because of what they look like doesn't mean that's them. You know,
Yeah.
people look at people and assume so much just because my hair looks a certain way or I dress a certain way. You think I'm that, and I'm not.
You know what? It's so funny that you say that because when he came in the door, I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
looked at him, I was like, it was like a little gold coming from the back of the church all the way, and I was like, yeah, he got it. I got it. I was like, oh. You hear the people in the background talking about it. Is they applause for this man already? But no, when I seen him, I was like, yes, he got the role. But I was like, just audition for me. Let me make sure you got it. Audition for me. He was like, I got you. I was like,
See, why you sound like him? He's like, I got you, I got you.
I got you.
You know.
And he was like, bro, trust me. Trust.
He came
Lessons.
with he came with a different edge and a different look. I mean, you know what we used to when we
Yeah.
see Jesus. Come on, let's just keep it real. You know what you used to seeing, but when you see this man with dreadlocks and colored tips, and then he got on the Jesus garment, you can't help but watch
Yeah.
because you're trying to see, okay, what he finna do. I'm drawn just by his appearance, his nonverbal acting, because that was off the chain. And the fact that he's an artist by right and all that he does, it's like, let's listen, let's see what he got. And it drew you. It drew you.
Yeah.
And you even had the children after the fact saying, I want to go see Jesus.
Yeah, they wanted to take pictures.
The
They
little
wanted to
babies.
They wanted to take
You wanted
pictures.
to go say, hey, Jesus. You know, that means he did the doggone thing.
Yep.
And hats off to you for writing it. Come on, he couldn't have did it if you didn't write it.
True.
You know,
True.
he just delivered your vision. And when an artist can deliver the vision that a writer, a director puts out there, that's huge in itself.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what y'all dream for. That's what y'all live for.
Yeah.
Someone to deliver what you put on paper.
So much.
And that's all we try to do.
Look, if y'all haven't seen the play, we working on the movie now, so I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Isaac is, I'm saying his name because he's going to be my co-host too. I just want people to know that. He will be on here starting probably next week. We working it out now. Got to get, manager over here. Got to talk to her.
And he a comedian too, y'all. He's a comedian. He funny as all get out. Man, he's something else. So get ready.
But no, let me tell you about the performance though. Just not off of Isaac, but more so the professionalism. I know I said that all messed up, but the way she came in and said, "Hey, I'm not coming in to take over your show, but I know you looking for this, this, and this. I got some people for you because these people ain't throwing shade at nobody, but I got some people for you." I'm like, "Okay, bring them." She was like, "They already here." I was like, wait, what? What? And they didn't just come from the south side of Chicago, the east side of Chicago. They was from west, east. I even had people from up north, and just from putting the word out. Yeah, I put the word out too, but when I say she started putting the word out, it was like a blessing from nowhere because I had a challenge from my first lady at the church. Shout out to Dr. Hood. But she was like, if you can feel the church, y'all can do it. I'm like, bet. Say less. And I told Chandra, she was like, I got you. I got you. She was like, I love the script. I got some actors for you. Watch this. And you can finish off the rest.
The church was packed. And I wanted to say, looking at that show, that was the last show. Rest my mom, so that my mom was at.
Wow.
Video. So I watch it all the time.
That's a good thing.
And she's praising God and she gets to see her baby girl. I'm her only child. And she gets to see her baby girl play Mother Mary. And that was a huge honor because I didn't come in to play Mary at all. Remember.
Not at all. You wasn't.
I did not. You saying I did over there in the corner. I did not. I came in, but I came in wanting my actors. It was him, Isaac, and it was Jennifer Davis at the time the come in, and that's what I presented to Chris. I sent him their bios and their I think
Resumes,
resumes and
resume
monologues,
monologues. I was like,
and I
look at
came
this.
in, but I was not coming in to be the in the front at all. It was them, and I got handed down to play his mother, Mother Mary, and I so appreciate that. Man, I appreciate that because everybody loved it. But I just did what ordained me to do, and I was just trying to be that for you and your role, your script, your film, your document, your look at me documentary. Look at me. I just put something out there. Documentary. I just wanted to be what I could be for you and your project. And I thank you for the opportunity. I thank you for allowing um, the artists that I presented to you to be able to present themselves in such a manner. And look, we created a friendship and a bond and
Yes,
a
we
network
did. Look.
from
Going,
there.
going over
Ah.
not going over 4 years almost.
And see, it's been that dang long.
Yes, cause
See,
man.
but
So
I love it though. I love it though. But
before,
since then, wow, things have just and my
yeah,
children were in
yes,
your project as well. My
I remember you saying you need them to open up their shell.
yeah.
I got you.
Oh Lord, here
The
we go.
audience actually send if y'all want to send some questions for. Let me make sure because I know my internet is going in and out. Like whoever said Xfinity Comcast was the best service out there, they lied.
They lied.
Like I have 1 terabyte.
I'm looking in the camera. They lied.
I have 1 terabyte. Look, say it again so they can.
They lied. Is not the best.
So look, I'm recording this as well, so it will be going up on a better feed. If this constantly go in and out for you, I apologize. But my Xfinity over here, I'm running off 2 internets, and both of them in this household is like man. But other than that, if y'all have any questions that y'all want to ask Chandra and her journey with smart girls and the team that she has, because when I say the team, she definitely comes bringing a team, and her team don't come just to slack. They come serious. They say they parts, they say they piece, and they even give feedback, and that's something that I can say I tip my head off to Chandra and her team, because a lot of people don't give I said crisit structured criticism to new people that's having a hard time. They sit back and they be like, oh, okay. I've seen where people will look at that person and hold their head up and put their nose in the air, and be like, I could have did that better. But her and her team come in and be like, let me help you out. And that's one thing that I do appreciate and love about Chandra and her team. So if y'all have any questions that y'all want, y'all can comment. I have like a few different platforms that's playing it. So if y'all do send me a comment, I am going to make sure I get to that. But let's see. We're going to let her do some shout outs and some promos, and just if y'all want to have more of this, I need to know if y'all enjoying it. Go subscribe to my YouTube. That's True Hood Studios. Go check out my website, truehoodstudio.com. That's TrueHoodStudio.com. And also, if I'm talking to you, the person that's looking, if you are enjoying this, please support. But
Support.
so I'm gonna let her you know, get some shout outs and break some things down.
So what I want to do, I want to shout out. Of course, you heard me talk about Twio Entertainment Films. We have a movie coming out called Substantial Evidence. It's coming out real soon. But When Love Comes Knocking, February 7th. Be on the lookout for that. Love beat the hell out of me. is coming out soon as well. And I did say substantial evidence. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Fandango, Vudu, and Hoopla. So you can be on the lookout for those things coming out real soon. Right now, you can view Gain the World. It's on Tubi. You can also view, oh, well, you know what? You can view When Love Comes Knocking right now on Tubi. It's already out. You can view that. So what's getting ready to come out is Love Beat the Hell Out of Me and Substantial Evidence. That's coming out now. We're working on a few other projects, but I also want you to go and vote for my client, Whoa Boy, better known as Cedric Collins. Whoa Boy. He is nominated Album of the Year for I Am Legend. I Am Legend Album of the Year. 312 Awards show here in Chicago, Illinois. You can go vote right now. You can go on my page and you can pick up. I don't know if they can see this right now. Can they see this right now? Can
Yes,
they
they
see this?
yes they
You can go
can
on
see.
my page and you can see this. Click on this link and you can go and you can vote for him right now. Album of the year, and then you can go on there and you can see some of his works of what he's done. And when I tell you he's an amazing artist, he is a rap artist and he is also an actor by right himself. He has done numerous amounts of work in terms of acting. He has movies out right now that's on Tubi, The Walk of Rufus. That's out on Tubi. He has some other stuff that's coming out right now. Go check him out. Roseland is out on Tubi right now. Go check him out. His name is Whoa Boy, better known as Cedric Collins. Vote for him right now, Album of the Year. Okay, and I just want to shout out a few of my artists. You know, Isaac Infamous Alexander, who played Jesus Christ himself. You will be seeing him in the future here on this podcast with Mr. Christopher Hood. And then I have
Yes, yes, yes,
a
yes,
few
yes.
other to name a few. There's a Sharisa O'Connor, Lennox Blue, Eric Mays, Leon Abington. Who else do I have? My co-partner Tina Pittman, my marketing rep Brianna Moss. There's just so many people that are connected with me, and I have so many other artists. If I don't say your name, forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart. I am old. I just turned 52 years old, so just charge it to my head and not my heart. I love each and every last one of you. I'm getting into that Geritol stage. Forgive me. You know, I can be funny too, y'all. But those are my, and shout out to my husband Robert Spicer, who has been amazing support system. Um, I want to say thank you for being supportive of me and all of my endeavors. I know I get on your nerves, but thank you for allowing me to get on your nerves. Um, but we gonna deal with it. But thank you for being the support system. So shout out to you, Robert Spicer, because I wouldn't be able to do what I do if I didn't have that support system. Trust me. Um, and shout out to y'all for being amazing. Just you all in the internet arena, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are. Shout out to you all because we all, as creatives and artists, wouldn't be able to do what we do if you all didn't like what we did, if you all didn't chime in to what we do. So thank you for being supportive to us. And as Mr. Hood said, if there's anything that you want to see or any questions that you have, please chime in and post them in the comments and we'll see if we can answer. I'm not going to answer no personal questions like who am I dating? I just told you I got a husband, so I ain't dating nobody. Or what kind of dog I got. I may answer that. So I'm being funny, y'all. So just post your comments in the comments below.
Well, I have two. Um,
Don't be laughing.
one of the questions said, "Did she dance?"
Did I dance? I know who asked that question, and I know she in this house right now. Did I want to dance? Is the question. No. Heck no, I didn't want to dance. They made me dance. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all in this industry, make sure you have a contract and be specific about what you want to do. Because if you're not specific, you're gonna have to do the doggone thing. So yeah, you're gonna see me on YouTube dancing. And you can tell that I really didn't want to do it. So I faked it and I cried.
Talk
In the
about
midst
I
of
faked
it.
and I cried.
No, I cried. I cried because I was acting. But yeah, I had to dance. Did I want to? No. But I did it for the love of the art. I had to do what I had to do.
Okay, okay. Next question was, what was her hardest challenge with getting her company started?
Whew. Accepting that I was going to do it.
Okay.
Because my very first artist, y'all, my very first artist was Jesus.
Talk
Literally.
about very first artist was Jesus.
It was Jesus. Isaac Infamous Alexander. Jesus Christ, yes, Lord. That was my very first. But the person who betrayed him was my very first. And he was like, "You gonna do this?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm just gonna be an artist myself." And he was like, "No, I believe in you. I think you can do this." And I was like, "Who told you?" He said, "I know you can do it." I was like, "The devil is a lie." And I said, "No." I said no for a very long time. Then I said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." So my hardest um in accepting this is accepting that I could do it. Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I was nervous. I didn't think that I could do it. I didn't want to mess up anybody's lives. That's huge. When people entrust you with their lives and say, "I believe you can help me get further," yeah, I'm like, "No, I'm trying to get myself there." What do you mean I can help you get there? I ain't even got there yet. It's huge alone to be able to, for someone to say, "I trust you." That
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
So I had to be able to accept that. And that meant I had to work because they trusted me because my name is on the line. My integrity is on the line. So if they didn't trust me or if I failed, then that made me look real bad and I didn't want to look bad. So it's me accepting that I could do it was the
Okay,
hardest thing.
okay. Is there anything that you would change with? Well, let me rephrase that. Is there anything you would change about the experience as a whole?
No, I think everything comes to bless. I believe every experience is building upon who I am today.
Okay,
So I wouldn't change anything. Every negative thing that happened, every positive thing that happened
okay.
allowed me to be who I am right now. Whether I liked it or not, it made me who I am. So I wouldn't change nothing.
Now, I know that recently, not to bring up anything sad, but recently, I know you lost somebody real dear to you, and how do you think that affected your career in a whole, and just really, you know,
I'm gonna say which person.
well,
It's
it's
several,
well, I
but
know
which
a few that
person?
you told me. I know when we literally when we were you told me a few people, but I know one that really hit you recently that I know we both are
Okay.
mutual friends too was April, and I know that one kind of
Mm,
played us both in a way because a lot of people didn't know. I knew her personally, and a lot of people didn't know that I worked with her hand to hand.
I didn't know you worked with her.
Yeah, I worked with her for a lot of different projects, and
Um,
yeah, I like. How do you think it made you feel? And did you feel like you were losing yourself in your art and career, over the grievance, or did you feel like you had to really, for somebody that was so in the industry already, did you feel like you had to pick up and really build stronger from the expectations of what people seen and knew about you?
I will say this with her, I have to start here. With her, when I met April, April found me and said, got in my inbox and said, "Hey, you ever thought about acting?" And I was like, "Who is this?" And she was like, "You have a look." And I was like, "Okay, what you talking about?" And and that's how it went. And she said, "You have a look. If you're interested, watch this, do this, do this." And I did, and I invested in myself. And she was my acting coach
Okay.
for a minute. And that's what she started out as. And then later, we became friends, and we became dear friends. Where I called her sis,
Okay.
she became big sis, and she was such a motivator and encourager. And she had my back so hard that she would always say, "I believe in you, sis. I believe in you, sis." It didn't start out like that, to the point of her giving me the lead in her production. And she said, "This is you. You're my lead. You're my Chantel of my
Okay.
production." And I felt like when I lost her, it was a breaking, because we were so close. And we talked about other things, but we also talked about the art. And I assisted her in her stuff as well. I co-produced on her projects. I assisted her in coaching
Okay.
other artists on her projects as well. I never thought that her and I would be that close, but that's how God does things.
Yeah.
And the day before she passed, we had just had a conversation. And she was like, "Hey, baby sis." And we were laughing and talking because we talked every morning.
Okay.
And so to hear that, I'm going to say this, I was so close to her that she didn't have any other family, that her children saw me as auntie. So when she died, I was the one that got the call. And it was hard. I'm not going to be emotional today. I'm not going to cry. It was hard.
Like I said, I don't want to be
I'm
that
not.
person to make you cry.
Because
But
if she was here, she'd be like, "Suck it up." But she was also a softie. As hard as she portrayed, April was really soft. And to know her, you would know that. And if you didn't really, really know her, you wouldn't know that part of
okay.
her, because she felt like she had to be this hardcore person, but she really didn't have to. But it made me also feel like I had to go harder in my creativity and my craft, because she was the one that was rooting for me. When I would tell her I had an audition, she was like, they better make you the person. If they don't, I'm calling them." And she knew certain people, and she would call them. Certain people that were in the industry that were big name, she would call them and say, "My sister is doing this and my sister is doing that." And that I felt, I'm like, "You ain't got to do that, sis. If they want me, they want me for my craft. I don't want nobody to want me by association. Want me because you like what I'm doing. I never want anybody to want me by association. Want me because you like what I'm presenting to you.
Okay.
Never because I know you. I don't like that. Want me because I'm good at what I do." And I would tell her that, but she was my one of my biggest supporters. So I go hard for her. I go hard for my mom, because she would be in my ear like, "Yeah." And when I would tell her I get something, she would be so emotional. She would just cry and be like, "You deserve it." And I'd be like, "Girl, shut up. Why are you crying? It is what it is. You win some, you lose some." But when I lost her, and I have to say it like that because she had family, but she had no family other than her children. I was her family. It hurt. Still hurts. Um, I decided that I would go hard for her and my mom.
Have,
I decided that her legacy wouldn't die because her film is still out there. It's still out there on XOD if you want to watch it. Undercover Detective is still there, and there's still talks of making her series a movie. And
okay.
be on the looks for it because I just may do it. I might rewrite it and do it, but I have to get permission first. I'm just not gonna do something without talking to her family about it first. But be on the looks for it. It may come out. I want to keep her legacy alive
Nothing but
because of what
respect.
she did for me.
Nothing but respect. Um, if anyone has any questions that they want to ask Chandra on is this podcast on today, drop them in the comments right now. Again, you can go subscribe to us on YouTube at True Hood Studios. Check out the website truehoodstudio.com. You can also go like is this podcast on our like page. But if you have any questions, please drop them in before we end this and wrap it up. We are almost at an hour. Like, man,
I
we almost
mean,
made an hour. Like, that's
go
crazy.
figure. There will never be. I'm the first one ever. You will never have another guest like me.
Man,
I'm just
she
saying.
she said it. She said it.
And
So
you can subscribe to me too. Can I say
yeah,
it?
go to shout out your
You can
stuff.
subscribe to me on YouTube at look. I don't even know my own dang subscription, but I am on YouTube as well. You can subscribe to me at Chandra Smart Spicer hyphen Spicer. You can go on Facebook at Chandra Smart Spicer and like me. You can like me. I hope you like me. Go like me. You can go on Instagram and like me at Smart Girl SMARTT, not one T, SMARTT Girl GIRL. Look, I don't even know how to spell. SMARTTGIRLPRODUCTIONS on Instagram. Smart Girl Productions on Instagram. Please like me. They hijacked my first page, so please go like me. I need the following all over again. Bummer. And I'm gonna say this. For those people, you had Instagram people that be stealing your identity and stuff. I'm just gonna. This is a disclaimer. Please go do that authentication certification or whatever you want to call it, so nobody won't steal your identity and you lose all your following. Please go do that because that stuff is real. They stole mine and now I gotta start all over again. Trust me, I had a following and now I gotta start all over again. So please go like me on Instagram. Smart Girl with two T's Productions on Instagram. Oh, and like me on TikTok, y'all. I need to get 10,000K. Like me on Instagram. Smart. What is my Instagram?
Talk about what is my Instagram.
No, not my Instagram. My TikTok. Hold
Yeah, I was
on.
gonna say, please go shout out your TikTok. Look, I'm gonna say this right now while she looking up her TikTok. If you type in True Hood, TRUHOOD, on mostly Google, TikTok, any platform, that's me, the real True Hood. Yes, I'm not saying that I'm a business, but I'm the business.
He the business.
So brand yourself. So when somebody else go out and say, "Oh, I know that person," cause it's me. Go brand yourself.
Brand yourself. So on TikTok, please go like me. I am Smart Girl 30. I ain't 30, but I'm Smart Girl 30. I look 30, but I'm Smart Girl 30. So go like me on TikTok. Y'all won't be disappointed. I be doing funny stuff on TikTok. Smart Girl 30. Go like me on TikTok. And this is, can I say this? I'm going to
Yes.
say this for entertainers, aspiring entertainers. Make sure, and he talked about branding. Make sure you know what your brand is going to be,
Yes.
because what you put out first is what's going to be lasting.
Yes.
So if you want to be a hoochie mama, then that's what's going to be lasting. You can't change from being a hoochie mama to a church Bible thumping person. I'm just saying, because they're going to remember the hoochie mama. And that's not being funny, that's being real. Your brand is everything. And that's a tip that I'm giving you. Your brand is everything. What you put out first is what's going to be lasting. So, you want to make sure you know what type of brand you want to have.
That is
know
so
what
true.
type of brand you want to have.
So true. So true.
And that's in any area of this creativity, this industry that you want to be in, whether it's acting or modeling. Your brand is important. I'm telling you, I worked hard for my brand. I'm sure you're working hard for yours, but you don't want it to be tainted. So make sure you protect it.
Yes. And just to add to what she's saying, um, also, we all know the saying, you got to go spend money to make money. But you got to spend money in the right space. It's not going to buy the nice gear, the top of the line. Spend that money on you, because nobody's going to invest in you other than you.
Absolutely.
So if you don't put that money in the right place and invest in you, then who's going to know you? So that's why I say, when it's a brand, I'm branding myself. Chandra is branding herself and her team and my team. So um, the last question, not to get off the topic, the last two questions. What would be what would be your greatest success story?
My greatest success story.
Yes, your greatest
Oh,
success story.
wow.
Shout out to the wife too. She's been asking a lot of questions.
Is she the one that asked that
You
darn
know.
question?
Shout out to the wife. I ain't gonna put her on blast, but I am.
My greatest success story. Wow. In entertainment, being specific. Um. Wow.
It's a wild moment. It's a lot.
It is, because each thing that I've done has been success for me.
Okay. I like how you put that.
And I have to say it like that because me going from modeling to acting is a success story. When I was a model, I was given an award for being model of the year.
Okay.
So that's a success for me. When I was an actor, I was given actor new actress of the year. So that's a success for me. So I would have to say each milestone, each endeavor and creativity has been a success, and it's been a great success. So I can't just say one is little over the next. All of them have been big for me. But if I want to say my biggest was being
Okay.
a mother.
Wow. There we go.
That tops it all.
There we go.
And being a mother, you can be as creative as you want to be. Being a mom, because you are an actress, you are everything. Being a mom, you're everything that they want you to be. So I would have to say being a mom is the top choice, but being specific, and if you want to keep in mind for entertainment, I can't belittle any one of them because I was successful at modeling and I was successful as being an actress thus far on the indie side. I ain't made it to Hollywood yet, but who cares?
Hey.
Because I'm successful where I'm at. And I'm okay with that.
So, the last thing, before I read the last question that was asked, she said, Are you ready for part two of the dance?
I know who said that, and no, but yes. If that's what I gotta do, girl, I'm gonna beat you up first, and then I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. It's a part of being creative. It's a part of being a part of the team. If that's what is required of me, then okay, it may look funky. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna do it. Period.
That you ever want to give up?
Do I? Did I ever? Yeah. Heck yeah. I'm gonna tell you when I wanted to give up. When I was doing background work, I was on the set of Empire. We did 16 hours the day before, and I was like, forget y'all. I'm not gonna curse here, but I said a few choice words, and I said, "This for the birds, deuce and peace. I ain't coming back," because I was supposed to come back the next day. And a fellow artist, I'm gonna say her name, Tracy Kincaid. She was with me on set. She said, "Sis, you gotta come back." I met her on that set,
Okay.
and I was like, "Forget you. I just met you today. I ain't coming back." She said, "I'm gonna wait for you," and I was like, "I ain't come back." And then my husband said, "You gotta go back." I said, "But you was out here waiting on me. I was in Joliet and 16 hours, my feet hurt. I'm tired. I ain't going back. I ain't do nothing. I was just sitting in the dang audience." He said, "But you got to go back. This is what you want to do." And Terrence Howard said, "The flies, let them fly." And I was like, what the hell going on? I'm sorry. But that's how that day went. And do you know I got up the next morning and I was there at 4 o'clock in the morning, even though I came in at 1. I
Wow.
turned around, I went and took a shower and got up and was right back there.
Wow.
At that point, I knew that this is what I wanted to do.
Okay, so I know that I said that was the last question, but I have so we can get this full. We're gonna make it a 4 hour. So y'all, it's gonna be probably a two part segment. Also, by the way, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, all the podcast streaming platforms. Let me just say that because I'm not gonna go down the list. Google, Spotify, Apple, TikTok podcast, if it is one. But we on all of the podcasts, podcast amp. We'll probably be on there later on down the line. But the question was, what advice do you have for people that feel discouraged about projects and want to just give it all up?
Don't give up. Your discouragement is your motivation. Don't give up. Because you're discouraged, it means that you really want to do it. Don't give up. If you're discouraged, find someone that can help you, assist you, coach you, in whatever it is, whether it's character development or whatever. Don't give up because you're gonna regret it later. You stop doing it, you're gonna be like, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and it's gonna be too late at that point. Don't ever give up on you. Don't ever give up on your dreams because you are the first person that believes in who you are. Nobody else is gonna believe in you unless you believe in you. And even if you believe in you and they don't, so what? Who cares? Don't ever give up on you. Keep pushing, keep striving. Don't ever give up on you. Don't give up. Because that is your nervousness. You really want to do it, but if you don't, you see somebody else do it, you see Mary Jo do it and be like, girl, I did. You're going to be mad because you didn't do it. Don't give up on yourself.
All right, before we wrap it up, um, oh, I look so dark in the camera. Let me brighten it up right quick. Darkness, darkness, everybody, darkness. Oh, not me, not me. But no, if you want to be on, is this podcast on? You can inbox me. You can email me at truehoodphotographer@gmail.com. You can reach out to me on the website, truehoodstudio.com. It's not studios with an S, it's studio. So that's studio.com. So if you start putting the S behind studios, because I got studios everywhere, that's on you. I'm telling you what it is. It's truehoodstudio.com. You can reach me on Google if you just type in Christopher True Hood or True Hood Studio on Google. These are ways you can get on the show. Um, if you want to be cast in one of my productions or something that Chandra is casting on, I'm gonna let her explain that as well because she's great with casting when she's doing it for a lot of associates as well. If you want to do that, reach out to Chandra and I'm gonna let her end it out and tell her way of doing things because we all do things differently when it comes down to professionalism. Um, the last thing I want to point out, I just lost my train of thought. Well, no, the last thing, please share. I see the comments. I appreciate everyone that was viewing today. If you want music, that's what I was going to go for. If you want music played on Is This Podcast On? First, I'm going to say this first. It has to be free music that's not copyrighted.
Mhm.
So, because if you have music that's copyrighted and I get a strike, I'm coming for you and I'm charging you.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to report you. And then you're going to be mad because you're going to be like, why is my music being taken down from all these platforms? And I'm gonna be the snitch to say, you stole that beat. So
Mhm.
please do it legitly. Send me music. Not saying it to be like, oh, he finna, but I'm only saying this because of the fact that it hurts my channel. It
Mhm.
hurts my platform. If you get me a strike to my platform, it's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, but not sorry. Again, if you want music on here, truehoodphotographer.com or true, that's TRUONE 2005 at gmail.com. Make sure you put in the subject, is this podcast on music? And I will listen to it. And if it's, I unfortunately I'd say clean because some of y'all nowadays be having this music and it ain't one clean word in it, and every word is a cursing word, and I'm like, oh, turn. I got kids. I'm just
Yeah.
keeping it real. So if you want your music on the show and shout it out, if you want to be an artist and get on the show and be shouted out, send me all your information. Again, just type in True Hood on Google, and basically all my platforms will pop up. Anything True Hood will pop up by me. Um, Again, I'm gonna let Chandra end it out and say her blessings. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching. Is this podcast on season 4? Yes, 4 years I've been doing this. Four
Wow.
years. But this is episode 1. So shout out to Chandra, Smart Girls Entertainment for being on. And I'm gonna let her end it right here.
So, like you said, thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Love, peace, and blessings to all of you all. If you're interested in acting, coaching, or anything like that, you can hit me up on my Facebook, Chandra Smart Spicer. Get in my messenger. You can email me at smartgirl, SMARTTGIRL Productions, PRODUCTIONS at gmail.com and say what your interests are. If you're looking for coaching lessons or anything like that, you can hit me up. We can have a discussion about it. Um, if you're an aspiring actor and you have reels, resume, or anything like that, you can hit that same email address. Um, and I can look at it and view it, and I'll let you know what's up and coming. Um, I'm gonna say this: I can never guarantee you anything, but I can promise you that I will review and look, and I can give you pointers if you want them, and let you know XYZ. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Love you all. Um,
Hold on. I forgot one more thing. I'm sorry. One more thing, Chandra. I got you on here, and I'm gonna say this now. I need one, just one scene from Better Than Good. Yeah, I'll put you on the spot. Let's go.
Okay, go ahead. What scene do you want me to?
Anyone you pick, one
You
scene.
trying to
Let's
get me to
go.
act it out?
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my son, my son! Oh my god, it's my son! Oh, that's my son!
Yes.
Right there.
There we go.
That was the scene.
Yes.
Oh, okay.